You were never meant to spend your life trying to be enough. But somewhere, the message slipped in, quietly, repeatedly, until you started to believe it. That love must be earned, that worth is a moving target, that wholeness is something to chase, not something you are. So you worked harder. You tried to be more helpful, more agreeable, more productive. You silenced your needs to keep the peace. You made yourself useful to feel wanted. You shaped yourself into what others could celebrate, even if it cost you the parts of yourself that could not be explained or praised. You told yourself this was growth. That one day, when you had fixed enough, healed enough, proved enough, you would finally feel whole. But that day never quite arrived, because the moment you attach your worth to achievement, the goalpost keeps moving. You will never feel like enough if you believe your worth must be earned. Beneath all your striving, beneath all the ways you've tried to improve or impress or perfect, there is a truth that hasn't changed. It says, you already are. You already are whole. Not because you have it all together. Not because your past is spotless or your heart is always clear, but because wholeness was never meant to be earned. It was meant to be remembered. You were whole when you were born. You were whole when you doubted yourself. You were whole in the years you felt furthest from the light. You were whole even in the moments when you were breaking. Even then, this doesn't mean you are done growing, but it means your growth does not make you more real. It just helps you uncover the parts of you you thought you had to hide. Wholeness is not perfection. It's integrity. The willingness to stop fragmenting yourself in exchange for approval. The willingness to stop negotiating your right to exist. There may come a point in your life where you've read every book, listened to every voice, done the work they told you to do, and still, you feel like something is missing. That missing thing is not more knowledge. It's not another self-improvement tool. It's the moment when you choose to believe you're already allowed to exist exactly as you are. That moment doesn't always come with a lightning strike. It may arrive quietly. It may feel like a breath you didn't realize you were holding, like a sentence you've waited years to hear, and it finally comes from your own mouth. I don't have to fix myself to be worthy of love. And when that sentence settles in, your body softens. Your mind grows quieter, not because everything is figured out, but because something sacred has shifted inside you. You stop chasing. You stop bargaining. You stop apologizing for needing what you need, feeling what you feel, or being who you are. You start walking differently, not to arrive faster, but because you finally believe that every step belongs to you. When you stop trying to earn wholeness, you begin to live from it. You begin to make choices, not to become more lovable, but because you already are. You begin to speak more gently, not because you're trying to sound wise, but because you've made peace with your truth. You stop auditioning for belonging. You stop editing your soul just to keep the room calm. And you start recognizing who actually sees you. Not the version you've curated, but the one who shows up unfiltered and alive. The world shifts when you do this. You may lose some relationships, but you will gain yourself. You may outgrow some patterns, but you will grow into your life. You may feel vulnerable at first, but that vulnerability is where your light becomes honest. The people who resonate with you in this state will not love you because you're impressive. They'll love you because you're real. And that kind of love, the kind that meets you where you are, is never found by striving. It's found by being honest, being soft, being whole.